Hi guys, quick introduction to this video. I was supposed to spend the whole of today auditing. I had various places I wanted to visit and photograph. Unfortunately, nothing went to plan. I'm not in any trouble, I didn't get arrested or anything like that, so don't worry. I'll show the video anyway. I had several audits planned. The first one I went to, I didn't get any hassle from last time, so I wasn't expecting any grief the second time round. I did the audit and I didn't get any grief, so that was fine. The second audit I went to was one of the first audits I've ever did, which was Thales, which is right at the bottom of my channel. I've had grief with them twice now. I think the other one's called UK Security Fail again, and that was the second time I went there. They had a separate set of offices which I drove past about a month ago and didn't realise they were there, separate to the one that I've actually filmed. So I decided to go there and audit them to see what happened. Unfortunately, after I went to the first audit, which was Rockwell Collins, I went to the second one, which was Thales, and the space has been vacated, so the property was empty, so there was nothing to film. My third target of the day was going to be, the only way to describe it is a large distribution centre, and I was expecting grief. So I've been there before as a pedestrian and just stood outside the front without a camera and was nosing about, and I got some really funny looks from the security staff there. So that's why I wanted to go back with the cameras and do that, but I was expecting some grief. So I got about 500 yards from that audit, and there was a little cafe, truck stop type of thing. And I was hungry, so I thought I'd better eat something and get a couple of bottles of little water and stuff, because if I was going to get held for another 2.5 hours, I couldn't do it without some food in my belly and some water to drink. So I stopped, went to pull out my phone, put on my harness, checked that everything was up and running, checked my signal for my Streamlabs to live stream any interactions, and realised I'd left the phone in the car. So unfortunately it was like a 45-minute walk back to the car to get the phone, and that was pretty much the end of the day. I should have gone out at 9 o'clock this morning. Unfortunately I had some personal business to take care of, but the office I had to go to was not going to be open until 1 o'clock this afternoon, so I was hoping to go there at 9 o'clock, do whatever business I had to get done with them, and then go straight on the audits. So unfortunately that didn't happen. So they weren't open till 1, but I had to do that before I could go auditing, because if I did get collared and arrested or whatever, it doesn't matter. I have to account for 2.5 hours in handcuffs every time I go out now, so after the barracks audit. So I had to wait till 1 o'clock in the afternoon to sort out this business with this other thing before I could go and get myself sorted. So I did go out, I did a couple of hours of filming, and it turned out to be a bit of a non-existent day. So I decided it was now 4 o'clock by the time I got back to the car, and I was thinking to myself, I was so gagging to get out there again, because I've been a few weeks now where I haven't really done much. So I decided to go and do Building 40, which a lot of you know about. So driving from where I was to where Building 40 is, I got stuck in a huge traffic jam, and that was it. It was fucked. I literally got back, I don't know, what was it, 6:30 at the moment. So that was a non-starter as well. So that's the whole day pretty much gone, and all I got was Rockwell Collins, which was a pass. There's some other stuff in there though. I did include, so I've had some lot of questions about security staff in the UK. So I've included some stuff in this video with regards to the security staff. And there's a lovely checked pattern in the sky, which is probably nothing to do with flight patterns, but there you go. So enjoy the video, and I'll speak to you soon. Hi guys, we're out in the central business district in Crawley in West Sussex, basically north of us. So if you went about 35 miles that way, you'd be in London, and about 25 miles the other way you'd be in Brighton. So we're out here today. We're going to do a couple of revisits. It's quite a big place, so we'll be out here for a while. We'll do a couple of revisits, and there's a few other places I haven't shot yet that I'm going to shoot as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's blisteringly hot. It's very hot here. So I'll try and stay in the shade as much as possible. The camera's getting nice and hot as we speak. So right, I'm off, and I'll see you all soon. Yeah, because you see aeroplanes always fly in this hashtag sort of motion. You know, they crisscross each other everywhere. Yeah, that's the flight path. Perfect. You're doing audit on Mr. Whippy. Whip them out. Whip it good. Be a good boy. We won't get done for jaywalking over here, but it's quite a busy area. Sorry about the road noise. So we're on, just going to cross the road and do a little revisit on Rockwell Collins, who are a UK defence contractor. And they left me alone last time, so I'm hoping they're going to do the same thing again. Last we've got a bit of cloud cover as well, because it's absolutely boiling. It's got to be like 28, 29 in the shade, let alone out in the sun. And the camera's cooled down a little bit.
snowflake potential on the 3rd floor, and this guy over here on his dog and bone. Try and get in the shade again. Just a quick one as well, with regards to the security guard issue. I looked into it, I actually left the paperwork at home, but I went through the whole Act, the PSI Act, which is the Private Security Industry Act of 2001, and it clearly states anybody undertaking duties under licence must have a badge on display. Those that don't have to display a badge, is say someone was working in a store, in a shop, and they were an undercover security guard. When they approach you, if they do approach you, they're going to have something similar to like a wallet that the police use to show their warrant cards, something like that, and they need to show it to you before they can question you or anything like that. So that's the score with security guards. The badge has to be valid. You don't have to ask their name, but although their name does appear on their badge, so you can sort of just quickly check it, memorise the name as well. But what you want is the 15-digit code that they've got across the top of the card, like on your credit card if you like, and that's the number you're looking for. So if you've got your camera, make sure you zoom in on that number, because if they fuck you around, then that's the only way you can go to the SIA and complain. So that's hopefully the security guard issue sorted out. Invalid badges. If a security guard is using an invalid badge, then you can report them. They can face an unlimited fine in England and Wales, and also up to 6 months in prison. So it's a criminal offence under that Act. So I don't know if you've seen the Kent police video. What that police officer should have done is that he did say he was going back to where the other place was, where we'd just been filming. But you should have gone back there and double checked that security badge was valid, security guard's badge was valid. Instead he told me to take out the G4S, like they're going to do fucking anything, aren't they? So yeah, really, the police officer should have gone and checked that security badge was valid. But as always, they kind of stick together, so nothing came, I doubt anything came of it. He did say he'd go down there and talk to them, but I very much doubt he did. the old saying, isn't it? They're watching me and I'm watching them. No worries. Right then, I think we'll give Rockwell Collins a pass again. Mind you, I don't think there's much in the way of security around here, so, but yeah, UK government defence contractor. Right, we'll give that a pass and we'll move on.